So, inside of Brawl Stars, as you may or may not know, there are a total of 79 brawlers inside of the game. Most of you may think that it is hard to find a good brawler that is really good and pops off in every scenario, and it can be quite challenging. Well, in today's video, I'll be talking about the best 5 brawlers to play right now inside of Brawl Stars. So without further ado, let's begin. Let us begin off with one of the best brawlers to pay close attention to, and that is Max. Recently, Max received a hypercharge, and that is the main reason why she is good. When activated, Max's next super throws an energy drink to herself and all allies, regardless of whether they are in the range of her super or not, increasing their movement speed and granting them 25% supercharge. This makes Max a very versatile brawler in every scenario due to this hypercharge, because it allows her and allies to travel around the map faster, push up and gain control over the enemies, since the supercharge rate is also increased, allowing all members to get their super quicker and be able to utilize it to their advantage. Similar to Daryl and Edgar as well, with her supercharged star power, she charges her super whilst moving, allowing her to passively charge her super and get it quicker, also being able to use it to her advantage. So in conclusion, this is why Max is a fundamental brawler inside of Brawl Stars. Let us now move on to the 4th best brawler right now, and that is Sandy. I'm sure we can all agree that Sandy is one of the strongest brawlers right now, and he is used quite a lot. And the reason as to why this is the case is because of his hypercharge. Similar to Otis's super, when he activates his hypercharge, Sandy's next super prevents affected enemies from using any attacks, supers, gadgets, or hypercharges, and as well as granting himself and his allies 20% increased movement speed whilst inside of this sandstorm. He also gains the hypercharge buffs with it, further increasing his speed. This hypercharge is a literal game changer due to the increased movement speed and attack cancellation for half a second, plus the damage increase is very effective too, as it takes Sandy one less shot to be able to kill enemies. Plus, this hypercharge allows allies as well as himself to take control of the game and get enemies to play more cautiously. Overall, this is why Sandy is a great brawler in Brawl Stars. Alrighty, so now let's move on to the 3rd best brawler to play, and that is Melody. Ever since her release, she continues to be broken. The fact that she has 3 supers and that allows you to make loads of smart plays, and you could literally die with your super when it's at 3 and then respawn and then travel across half the map instantly. Another great strength in her build is regarding her notes, as every time she hits an enemy, a note orbits around her, and she has a maximum of 3. Combining this with her perfect pitch star power, she gets a 6% increased movement speed with every note that orbits her, allowing her to play more aggressively. Her notes also deal double the damage of her main attack, by the way. With her interlude gadget, she has a temporary shield that also increases in health with every note that is orbiting around her. This allows her to play more aggressively and get more kills, since she has more health and since she would be able to be taken down much harder. She is highly viable in modes such as Brawl Ball and Heist, because in Brawl Ball she can dribble way better than a Mortis since she has 3 supers, and in Heist she can deal quite a substantial amount of damage with her notes. Anyways, therefore this is why Melody is a very broken brawler. So, next up on the list we have Gene. Many people tend to underestimate this brawler, but he is pretty effective as a brawler in a lot of scenarios. With his main attack, he shoots at a medium range of smoke, and if it doesn't hit anyone, it splits up into 6 projectiles. This is a good trait on Gene because the little bits of damage from the split projectiles can really cause enemies to have to play defensive, as they consistently lose bits of their health. With his super, he pulls out his hand and pulls enemies towards him. This can help in killing the enemy as well as chipping in that extra damage if needed. This can also help them have a lack of escape too, He can also use his lamp blowout gadget to push the enemies back, so then Gene doesn't get a substantial amount of damage inflicted on him. But the main reason as to why he is good is due to his hypercharge. When this is activated, Gene's super splits into 3 hands, each being able to grab 1 enemy. The first one goes straight and then the other 2 go diagonally. This can help take control as enemies are pulled in, and that enables Gene and allies to inflict damage onto enemy brawlers, and they can't really form a method of escape. Therefore, this is why Gene is a great brawler in Brawl Stars. Last but not least, the best brawler inside of the game is in fact Angelo. Angelo, without a doubt, is one of the best sharpshooters, if not the best one in the game. Unlike Hank, Angelo can charge up his main attack forever. The more he charges it up, the more damage he deals. Like Eve, however, he can also travel along water. His super is an effective tool in his build as it creates a small zone around him, and if you hit shots inside of that little zone, not only do you deal your designated damage, but poison damage is also added for 3 seconds. Since Angelo would have trouble healing throughout the match, well, that's what his star power M power is for. So, when he stands in his super, he also heals for 600 health over 8 seconds, healing up to 4,800 health if he stays in the zone for the full duration. This allows him to restore health and continue to take control of the map. His water trait is good against those brawlers such as Mortis and Miko, because then they'd have trouble countering him. So therefore, this is why Angelo is the best brawler in the game. Alrighty everyone, so I hope you enjoyed today's video. Be sure to let me know if you agree with this tier list of the best 5 brawlers inside of Brawl Stars. Anyways, join my Discord server in the description and see you guys later. Goodbye.